Okay, let's talk about it because I'm finna get in my Bible. I need to hear what God is saying to me as I've been fasting for days now. I just went to the gym and this is the first time that I felt faint. I've been fasting and still going to the gym, but today is different and me and God need to have a talk. So let's see what he says. This is also just a time where I feel like I can talk, let it out, let people into my journey. So I have been called to fast for a while. I feel like God was telling me to fast before I left San Diego. I feel like God was telling me to fast while I was in Missouri. God was telling me to fast on my way here and when I got here. And every single time I've attempted. Don't get me wrong, I've attempted. But every single time I also fell short. So it's like, even with me getting here, I know it was God's voice that told me to come here. Took me a lot with going through my disobedience and all of that. It took me a while, but I'm here. I'm in Georgia, right? And that's how I feel like with the fasting. Like, he is placing a challenge on me that he knows I'm really not here for. And that is honestly testing my trust. And in my in my fast, I'm learning that, baby, my trust, I got trust issues. I do. I'm always, and always have been real rebellious against anything that seems of authority. So that's just always been my spirit. Now I'm finding it difficult for me to fully submit to what God has planned for me or his mission on my life. But in this fast, he is presenting these things to me. But I'm still hungry. I am still hungry. And I just cannot believe how faint I felt just a minute ago. Like, so me and him have to have a talk. We really do. So let's see exactly what it is that he wants me to know. And let's give context on that too. I just opened the Bible for the first time when I got to Georgia because I got a calling on that drive. Some things were affirmed to me that I needed to open the book. I needed to open the book. And so bear with me if I stumble over anything that I'm reading because I am very, very new to this. I've only been in Atlanta for 2 months. So I opened the Bible the day I touched down immediately because I knew it was him telling me to open the book. And I've grown a lot and there's a different type of peace that comes upon me reading this. So I just had to give the backstory and the context to that. Me giving context, I forgot to give context on why I'm just now opening the book. So I'm just now opening the book because my parents, I come from a very Christian background. Both of my grandparents are very Christian, like in the church. One is a deaconess. I don't know. My other grandma was just in all areas of the church. The only time that I and my brother went to church was if we were with one of our grandmas. My parents were just not like that. And they still kind of aren't. I wouldn't say that they're not believers, but they definitely led a life for us where we would eventually grow up and have to explore spirituality on our own. So I have been in this season where I have been exploring spirituality on my own. And so therefore, I'm just not opening the book. So I hope that clears up everything. Now let's see what the Lord is saying. Okay, so I was on the phone with my auntie last night, and she's a prophetess, is what she told me. And I'm hoping I'm saying that right. But I asked her a question because I'm new to this. Am I supposed to be reading the book from page to page, or do I just open it in go for it, because I've been opening it and going for it. And every single time I land on something that I know was sent by God. So, but there also is a part of me that feels like, okay, I don't really know the stories. There's a lot of stories behind each book, and I'm just popping up like pull up game strong. Okay, I don't really know too much, but I'm gonna get something. And I don't know if I should feel a way about that, but I do. I feel like I should know more about the story. Anyway, so I just landed, pulled up on Ezekiel 34:3. Hope I'm saying that right. It says, God the true shepherd. For thou says the Lord, indeed myself will search for my sheep and seek them out. As a shepherd seeks out his flock on the day he is among his scattered sheep, so will I seek out my sheep and deliver them from all places where they feel scattered on a cloudy and dark day. Pause. That's me. He is speaking to me. And the reason why I say that is because he is letting me know that as I seek him, he is seeking me. And if I stay obedient, he is going to lift me up out of this cloudy and dark day. Or if I was experiencing any other forms of darkness, he is going to lift me as I seek him. Because he is also seeking me. Unpause. And I will bring them out from the peoples and gather them from the countries, and will bring them to their own land. He is going to bring me to my own, he is letting me know that there is reward from being obedient. I will feed them on the mountains of Israel, in the valley, in all the inhabited places of the country. I will feed them in good pasture. Pasture. Let's pause there. Pasture is land covered with grass, where you usually see a bunch of cattle eating all of the low-cut grass. That's pasture. During my season of reading, have found that Googling words I just do not know, or it wasn't in my vocabulary before to where I really had understanding. I Google because I'm really trying to figure out what is it that the Lord is saying to me. Thank you, Merriam-Webster, for being a good resource in my time of need. So it says, in their fold shall be on the high mountain of Israel. There they should lie down in the good fold and feed in rich pasture of the mountain of Israel. I will feed my flock, and I will make them lie down, says the Lord. I will seek what was lost and bring back what was driven away. Bind up the broken and strengthen what was sick. I will destroy the fat and the strong and feed them in judgment. I just don't know how many more times God can let me know that he is going to feed me. Not physically, but he is always going to feed my spirit and my soul with what I need. And though I feel faint or felt faint, because I don't feel faint no more, that's what reading the Bible does for me too. Is like I felt faint in there, and I felt like I didn't know what was going on. All I could think about was food. I'm lightheaded, whatever. But here I am listening to God tell me that he's going to feed me, and to just stick with it. That's what he's telling me. Stick with it. Okay, so it says, and as for you, O my flock, thou says the Lord, behold, I shall judge between sheep and sheep, between rams and goats. Is it too little for you to have eaten up the good pasture, that you must thread down with your feet the residue of the pasture, and to have drunk of clear waters, that you must foul the residue with your feet? And as for my flock, they will eat what you have trampled your feet, and they drink what you have fouled with your feet. Pause. I'm just going to say that I think what God is telling me right now is that is not what he's feeding me in my spirit and my soul not enough. If I continue to be disobedient, and trample my feet in things that are sin, um, my descendants will experience that too. It's beyond me. So the habits and things that he is telling me to do is for generations to come. It's not just for me. So when he says that he's coming for his flock, he's coming from all people, people in my family that don't even exist yet, but he knows the story. So I shall be obedient. It's pretty much what he's telling me. He said, girl, don't you eat today? Back to the book. Therefore, thou says the Lord to them, behold, I myself will judge between the fat and the lean sheep, because I have pushed with side and shoulder, buttered all the weak ones with your horns, and scattered them abroad. Therefore I will save my flock, and they shall no longer be a prey. And I will judge between sheep and sheep, and will establish one shepherd over them, and he shall feed them. My servant David, he shall feed them and be their shepherd. And I, the Lord, will be their God, and my servant David a prince among them. I, the Lord, have spoken. He said what he said. He is judging us one by one, but there is judgment. And if we stay obedient to his calling, he will save us. He said, I will save my flock, and they shall no longer be a prey. And I will judge between sheep and sheep. So remember what you're doing out here. Are you walking in the way of the Lord? Are you not? Because you are being judged. Okay, let's move on. It says, I will make a covenant of peace with them. If that's not a word, I will make a covenant of peace with them. Because wild beasts to cease from the land, and they will dwell safely in the wilderness and sleep in the woods. I will make them and the places around my hill a blessing. I will make them and the places around my hill a blessing, and I will cause showers to come down in their season, and they shall be showers of blessing. What? He wants to bless you. He wants to make covenant. He said, I will make a covenant of peace with them. There is something about reading the Bible that there's a sense of peace that comes over you. So I know that this book, although I'm very new to it, is working for my spirit, because I am days. I would say I'm probably on my sixth day without food. And so he is telling me, like, girl, get over the hump, because I'm going to bless you. They shall be in safe land, and they shall know that I am the Lord. When I have broken the band of their yoke and delivered them from the hand of those who enslave them. Then the trees of the field shall yield their fruit, and the earth shall shield her increase. They shall be safe in their land, and they'll know that I am the Lord. When I have broken the band of their yoke and delivered them from the hands of those who enslaved them. And they shall no longer be prey for the nations, nor shall beasts of the lands devour them. They shall dwell safely, and no one shall make them afraid. I will raise up for them a garden of renown, and they shall no longer be consumed with hunger in the land, nor bear the shame of the Gentiles any more. Thus they should know that I, the Lord their God, am with them, and they, the house of Israel, are my people, says the Lord God. You are my flock, the flock of my pasture. You are men, and I am your God, says the Lord God. Ezekiel 34:3. I mean, there's just so much to unpack. But I do feel like that message was sent to me. And I just pulled up. He needed to reassure me that he was with me, even in my times where I feel faint. And that if I stick with him and throughout this journey and complete the will that he has through this fast, that I will be rewarded and he will feed me, not just physically, but what my heart and soul desire. I want everybody to let me know what they think. How do you dissect this? Maybe we can start having talk or community about it. Bible study. Is that a Bible study? Did I just curate a Bible study through Seek the Beat TV? Yeah, I want to hear what you guys think. Be as transparent as, because I'm trying to as well. And let's just help each other be better people. I hope you all have a blessed day. Today is Wednesday. I'm going to try to get this video out to you so you can share the experience. And if you haven't liked or subscribed to this channel yet, please do so. Seek the BTV. There's more.